For almost 20 years, Lorraine believed it was her responsibility to keep everybody afloat, not because she wanted to, but because nobody else would. She lived in Richmond, Virginia, owned a small accounting business, paid all of her bills, stayed out of trouble, worked very hard, saved money by not splurging on unnecessary expenses. She built a respectable life with no drama. And because she was so responsible, her family made a dangerous assumption. They assumed they could fuck over her. They assumed she would eat their shit and that she would always be there. Because she always had with no complaints. She assumed that that's what family did. If her useless younger brother got evicted, Lorraine paid his rent it. If her I'm too pretty to work bitch of a sister needed money, Lorraine gave it. If her skinny jeans wearing wanna be a pimp nephew got arrested, Lorraine bailed him out. If somebody's lights were about to be disconnected, Lorraine handled it. Year after year, problem after problem, emergency after emergency. Lorraine became the family's walking ATM. At first, she felt proud. She believed she was helping. She believed she was making a difference. She believed family should be there for each other. Then she started noticing something. The emergencies never ended. The people changed. The excuses changed. The stories changed. But the emergencies remained exactly the same. And strangely enough, the people creating the problems always seemed to have money for things they enjoyed. They had the newest phones, newest shoes. They took endless weekend trips. They had money for concert tickets. They had money for alcohol. They had the most expensive designer handbags. But somehow their fucking rent was always a crisis. Their bills were always a crisis. Their responsibility was always a crisis. Lorraine ignored it. She thought that she was doing the right thing. For years, she allowed her family to piss on her shoes and tell her that it was raining. Then life punched her in the throat. Her mother suffered a stroke. Lorraine suddenly became a caregiver. Endless hospital visits and doctor's appointments. She covered medical bills. She experienced stress and exhaustion. For the first time in decades, Lorraine needed help herself. And that's when she learned who her family really was. The brother she had rescued 6 times suddenly became unavailable. The sister she had financed for years suddenly stopped answering calls. The nephew she had bailed out twice suddenly disappeared. Everybody had an excuse. Everybody was too busy. Everybody was unavailable. The same people who expected her to solve every problem had vanished the moment she needed them. One evening, Lorraine sat alone in a hospital parking garage, defeated, and cried her heart out. She cried not because of money. Not because of exhaustion, but because the truth finally hit her. She realized that she wasn't loved, that she was just useful. She realized there is a difference, a very painful difference. After her mother recovered, Lorraine made a decision that changed her life. Lorraine decided that from this moment on, that when it came to her family, she wouldn't piss in their mouths if their guts were on fire. She completely stopped rescuing adults. Not the children, though. She adored and cared about children, just not the adults. She stopped loaning money. She stopped paying rent. She stopped solving emergencies. She stopped financing bad decisions. The family's reaction was immediate. People got angry. Family members called her selfish. They called her an ungrateful bitch, as if they had ever done anything for her. Family members called her cold. Family members called her arrogant. Funny how people become experts on kindness when you're the only one using yours. The pressure campaign continued for months. Endless phone calls, text messages, voicemails. Then something unexpected happened. The phone stopped ringing. The emergencies stopped. The drama stopped. The chaos stopped. And for the first time in 20 years, Lorraine experienced peace. Real peace. Not temporary peace. Permanent peace. People realized that Lorraine meant it when she told them, "Fuck you." She started traveling. She started enjoying her business. Started spending time with people who actually cared about her. And one afternoon, while sitting on a beach in Barbados, Lorraine laughed because she finally understood something. The people who disappeared when needed were never family. They were obligations. Once the benefits ended, so did they. And that told her everything she needed to know. Now let me ask you something. Where are you listening from? And have you ever discovered somebody wasn't loyal to you? That they were loyal to your usefulness? Because one of the coldest truths in life is this: The people who complain the loudest about your boundaries are usually the people who benefited most from your lack of them. Watch more stories like this on Tales from the Let Me Pull Your Coat podcast, because sometimes peace begins the day you stop rescuing people determined to drown.